Hi, everyone, and welcome to the October 1st. It's hard to believe we're in October 1st screencast. So here we go. A couple things to remember for this week. We have math testing all week. 8 o'clock, we have staff development. It's going to be focusing on BAS testing. If you are not a reading teacher, as of now, if you can come to the staff meeting at 8 o'clock in case there's any other announcements. But after that's done, we'll just have reading teachers. So 8 o'clock on Wednesday there. We have also on Thursday our staff Sandwich Day, so make sure you sign up for that and can participate in that. A couple things about lunch and breakfast. Just remind your students that they need to eat breakfast before going to the classroom. We still have a few kids heading down the other way. If you have a slow breakfast student, slow getting back to class, please let myself or Michelle Amato know, and we can help with that. At lunch, you see we have a great table here. We're changing our nut-free table a little bit. Should say nut-free and not nut table. We're going to take the table that is closest to the wall here and just do half of it for our nut-free for all classes. That way, if there's anybody that has allergies, they know on which side to sit. I know that's not perfect, but it's another step in the right direction. So just be aware that the table that's closest to the wall, the half table closest to the wall, will be our nut-free. So please let your classes know that, your students know that. And also please keep helping out in that 5 minutes, whether that's the first 5 minutes that you're there for lunch or the last 5 minutes of recess. That really helps. I really appreciate that, and I know our recess pairs do too, and lunch pairs. All right, literacy walkthroughs on Wednesday, October 25th. I talked briefly about that at the beginning of the school year at one of our staff meetings before school started, and I wanted to share a little bit more information about that. First of all, there'll be four of us that will be participating in that, myself and John Bauer, Andrew Bassani, and Jenny Thorpe-Wassman. So what exactly does that mean? We'll come into your classrooms for about 5 minutes per class. We'll have a clipboard, just so that we can record some things. And it is not something that you need to worry about. It's not something that you need to prepare for. And absolutely, if we're only in there for 5 minutes, we're not going to see nearly everything that you're doing in literacy. I know that. The whole idea is just to get some big picture information on areas of strength at Westwood and in our district, and areas that we can continue to work on with staff development. So, I anticipate that, one of the things we look at is just at the books in your class. And if we have younger, newer teachers, they probably don't have as big of a library of books for kids to choose from, or differences between nonfiction, fiction, how we're doing with that. So I'm hoping out of this that we can get some information of things that we can do to make our reading even stronger. Principals went through and did this at Olson Elementary. Just like I said, we went in for 5 minutes. Got a lot of good things. It's always good to see other schools and other things that people are doing. So don't worry about this. The whole idea is just to gather big picture information that we can use to strengthen ourselves and to look at areas that we can continue working on with staff development. So at the end of that, I'll be definitely sharing some of the information just so you see what it's like. But don't worry. The whole idea is just to give us more information about what we can do to make ourselves stronger as a whole school. Let me know if you have questions on that, but that's not next week, but I believe that's coming up. Wednesday staff development BAS Part 2. Just a heads up to classroom teachers, remember to bring your BAS assessment guide, your continuum of learning, literacy learning, your Fontes and Pinnell prompting guide 2, and a device, preferably a laptop. So make sure you bring those things. And once again, if you are not a literacy teacher, please come at the very beginning in case there's any other things that I need to share. Referendum update. We need your help. I want to share a little bit on this. We're going to try a few more things just to get our word out even more. I am going to try to provide you a weekly paragraph that you can put into your newsletters and maybe tailor that for your class a little bit. Just be aware of that. I'll try to get that to you by Tuesday just so you have that as you plan for your later on your weekly news letters for the week. talked with Carol after school today, and one thing we thought would be really great is if each grade level would do a voicemail to our parents at school. And Carol has stepped up and said she's going to do the first one to represent third grade. I'll be talking with people about that. It's short. It's just reminding people about voting early, and we can help you with some kind of template for that. But we want to keep getting that message out. Big date on October 14th. That is a Saturday voting time. And as I said before, just like our Veep drive, we're going to drop information off at houses from 8:30 to 10:30. If we have enough people, that should go pretty quickly. And so what I'm asking for you is if you are available, if you can take a couple hours in the morning to sign up on the sheet in the staff lounge. And this is for any staff member that can help. Teachers, paras, lunchroom, whoever it is. This is important for all of us, and we want to get that word out. And we want to encourage our families to be voting too. And I'm going to share information with our community staff, our Westwood community, so we get parents and other people to volunteer with that too. So wear your Westwood gear. Also encourage civic pride within your classrooms. I know some grades are doing some of their civic lessons that talks about voting earlier than normal, just to get that message out there too. Anything you can do in the classroom is great. And finally, conferences. I'll be sure to share with you probably a half sheet of important information about the upcoming election so that people know where to vote, getting that information out again. And I'm going to ask you to share that in your conference folders with parents. We all need to be making sure that our parents are aware of that. So big thing right now, I'll be connecting with grade levels about doing a voicemail for parents, and I'll help you with that. And also, if you can help, please sign up to help no matter what your role is within the school. It could be a lot of fun. Go through, drop those things off, and then anybody that can will go and vote after that. So let me know if you have questions on that. The more people we have, the quicker it will go. Readathon fundraiser, a couple different things. We have that morning schedule with the classroom themes. I looked through some of those themes. We have some pretty cool things going on. I'll have to stop in and see some of those. I'm excited about that. And then our afternoon schedule, I know that we have an author coming, and there's been some people that have been working on that. Becca, I think you've been helping out a lot with that. So plan on having an author come in at the 3 different times that we've listed. And I wanted to share a little bit of messaging about favorite characters in case people want to dress up. The information here is what I'll share. If there's something I'm missing there, if there's something that we need to add, let me know because I'll send this out, and feel free to do the same with your communications too. That we want to have fun with this, but we want to be appropriate too. Mandated reporting. Looks like we lost the ing here. Mandated reporting. This is from Mary Burrows. She is asking that we share this with all staff at our schools, and so I'm going to tell you a couple of my takeaways from this, and then at the end of this I have the rest of her slides so you can look at it on your own. Just as a reminder, all district staff are mandated reporters no matter what our role is. We have a duty to report suspicion of physical abuse, sexual abuse, and neglect. So I have a few takeaways. If there is something that you notice or something you're concerned about, we have 24 hours to report that verbally. I would say, and this has happened multiple times, if you suspect something, talk to either myself or Rachel Hammerberg so that we can help you with next steps if we need to do that. We'll figure that out together. Also, just be aware that if you are reporting anything, there are protections in place for you that if it's a good faith. In other words, that's what we need to do. We need to do that. But like I said, there's more information on the next slides. Just if you ever have any questions about that, come talk to myself or Rachel, and we can help you out with that. So, boy, I'm under 10 minutes today, so that's better. I'm trying to cut these down, but have a great rest of the weekend. And just know that I'm including the Google Slides with this. And afterwards, you can see that we have all this great mandated reporting information that you can look through at your leisure. So thank you for listening. Have a great rest of the weekend, and see you all on Monday. Take care, everyone.